mais isso pra você que você não merece.
Admirador do presidente Trump. Ele quer a América grande, eu quero o Brasil grande.
This is Jair Bolsonaro, and he may just be the next president of Brazil, which happens to be the 5th most populous country in the world.
That suggests that he's winning votes from all corners of Brazilian society.
So what do we know about Bolsonaro?
Bolsonaro is an interesting figure. He's an authoritarian, he's a former army captain, he's an evangelist, evangelical Christian, and he's quite conservative on social matters.
Afrodescendente, mais leve lá, pesava 7 arrobas. Não fazem nada.
He wants to give the police force in Brazil greater latitude to go out and get criminals and shoot them if necessary without being restrained by human rights considerations.
Well, there are clearly parallels between those who voted for Bolsonaro and those who voted for Donald Trump. The people who voted for him were the Brazilians who, above all, resent the corruption of the last decade among the dominant political classes, and those who also fear for their own personal security. Since 2008, the Brazilian economy has been suffering, first because of the global recession, but then unlike other countries, it did not recover from the global recession. So effectively, the last 10 years has been an economic disaster for Brazil, and that has meant that many of those who traditionally would have supported the Workers' Party have abandoned it.
And there's a favela, well-known favela, called Complexo Alemão, the German complex in Rio de Janeiro. Very poor place. You'd expect the left to have a good deal of popularity there. In fact, in terms of the vote, 55% of the people who live in Complexo Alemão voted for Bolsonaro.
We forget that there is another tradition in Brazil, and that was very clear a long time ago when, in the military coup in 1964,
people who are nostalgic for the military order, a lot of people in the security forces who feel a bit chafing at some of the restrictions that a liberal democracy puts in place when you deal with law and order.
Infelizmente, um dia nós partimos para uma guerra civil aqui dentro. E fazendo trabalho que o regime militar não fez. Matamos 30 mil.
In relation to economic policy, Bolsonaro, because he was, he's always defended the record of military government in Latin America. But in terms of the economy, it was quite protectionist, it was quite state-oriented. Bolsonaro has moved, I think, in recent months and weeks towards a more free market position. And now we're seeing, I think the big feature in a way of the last couple of months has been the way that Bolsonaro has won support amongst the better off people in Brazil. So corruption, crime, social conservatism, protest against the establishment, all these factors have got us in this position now where there is a very strong likelihood of an authoritarian populist winning power in Brazil at the end of this month.